Hello, my name is Siddharth Varde, and today we are going to talk about the Mat1 Project1 two-player battle adventure of C++. Okay, so this was the console-based game. This is the console-based game that we have to create, and like what are the speciality? What is the game? Then like. It's a game where two player will fight each other, while two player will attack each other, and they can heal. So like that are that their ability. For example, let's say there is a player one. So player one would attack on player two, or he can heal himself, and they have some special abilities and stuff. So what my game does is like there are three players that there are three characters that player can choose. So first character is use player, and he has high health, average damage, and low heal, while the special ability of gaining high heal. Okay, it's what it means is uh, his health would be very high, and his when he attacks his damage would be average, but he would when he tries to heal himself, he has very low healing factor, so he will heal very slow. But there is a 20% chance that he will hit a special ability, and when he does that while healing, so like he will heal faster for that turn. Then there is a second one, and that is the fast player. So he has fast player has low health, average attack, and high heal. Okay, so fast player would heal himself with very high points, and his attack points would be his he will deal less average damage to the other player, and he has a low health. But his special ability is he can dodge any attack that like so let's say player one is huge player or strong player, and the player two is fast player. So when they try to attack on player two, uh, the fast player, any other player, and then the a fast player has 20% chance that he will dodge that attack. And then there is a third player, strong player. He has average health, high damage, and average heal, and his special ability is when he attacks, uh, he can hit the enemy with very high damage points, very high additional damage. So there are two stuff, one is base damage, and then there is an additional damage. So total damage is based on that. So base damage would be a fixed value for all of them, but additional damage would be random value from 0 to 14, 15 kind of, that varies from player to player. So let's say this one that says average damage, right? So he would have a 10, 10 limit of 10. uh, okay, then fast player also has an average, and he would also has a limit of 10, and strong player has high, so he would have a limit of 15. It's kind of like that. Then there is a heal factor, that says okay, the what is the maximum heal value, and what is the minimum heal value, and the player would heal like that. For huge player, it's a 0 to 5. For fast player, he has maybe 10 to 15, or 15 to 20, or some okay, yes, maybe 10 to 20 or something like that. And strong player has 5 to 15 or 5 to 10, I don't remember exactly. uh, then there is a player class that is the parent class of all of that, but it has the variables and few methods. So there are few methods that need no changes. So like the set heal and set additional damage, these are the functionalities that would call that would be called internally, but like it won't be overridden and stuff. And then there are few virtual functions that would get overridden. And then there is a function like pure virtual function special ability, that because that is different for every player and the instructor. So each player inherits from player. Actually all of the player inherits from player. And like then they override the take damage and heal and special ability functions. Okay. And same goes for fast player. So let's say this is okay. For fast player, when we just take damage, he will create a random value between 1 to 100, and he will say if that value is divisible, like if the modulus with that modulus of that value with 5 is 0, then he will hit the special ability. So that goes 20%, 20 times out of 100 that can be possible. So that is why. And then the strong player, and then I create an arena manager. So his work is to like make the players fight. Okay. So in the constructor I say introduce yourself, like introduce the game actually. So the like this is the output that the player would have here, like it displays everything. Then I created a very method to spawn the player. It takes an input and gives the player a choice. That player can choose from any of the three characters. And then like I just call them. And if you choose like if you input a wrong number, then it will say okay, uh, do it again, you have to do it again. And then there is a take fight input. And while here we ask player enter A or H. If you want to attack, then enter A. If you want to heal, then enter H. And whatever, if player provides something else, then we say okay, you need to enter it again. And whilst there is a third function, start fight. And it says like this is the main function that makes the players fight. Okay. So there is a do while loop. And it says first choose the player to fight, and then there is a do while loop. And inside it we say if player 1's turn, then take an input. And if the player 1's input is H, then he will heal. Or if the player 2's input is like A, then he will attack. Okay, heal. And then if the A, then else if he will attack. And after attacking he will print out some things, that what was the damage and stuff. And then he checks if the player died. And if he died, then we break out of the loop. And if he doesn't, then the player 2 get a chance. And same things happens for player 2 too. Like take the input, and we check if it's H or A. And H is for heal and A is for attack. Then we make them attack and heal, attack or heal. And then we print out some additional information. And like we check if player 1 died. And if he died, then we break out of the loop. So whichever the player dies first loses the game, and the other player would win the game. So in the main function all I did was this. So create a fight manager and fight manager start fight. So that is it. So if I try to play, let's say 3 and 1. So after, hey, I am a strong player, and these are the stats of the player, right? And the special abilities. And then the player 2 entered 1, so it's a huge player. And these are his abilities, like the stats. So A. So player 1's turn, and player 1 says A to attack. So these are the stats that you need to show. So who took the damage? Then I said huge player took the damage, and additional damage given was 9 by player 1. Okay, and then total damage was 29 because base damage is 20, and his player's 2's health, like huge player's health after getting damage, is 271. Now player 2's turn, so he says attack. Strong player is taking damage, and like these are the stats, right? So it goes on and on and on and on. So when any player dies, then okay, so here strong player is taking damage, and additional damage is 24, but the health was 0. So after gaining this much damage, health was 0, so he died, and the winner of the match is player 2, right? Player 2 won the game, and then the player 2 was deleted. So this is it. This was the game. Thank you.